Welcome to JetBrains School Management Automation and e-learning system. So today we're going to be talking about how to register a user, a staff user, and of course we're going to make the staff an admin. Okay, so for you to be able to create an admin, it means you have to be a super admin. Don't forget that this application is very responsive, can display very well on all platforms. As you can see now, I am using a mobile device and it's displaying so well, so fine. All right, so now of course don't forget also that you have your theme. You can also have your theme. Okay, so any theme you want to use, whether it's on the red part or the green part, just choose your theme and it's working for you. Let me just go with this blue theme. All right, and I close back. So right now let's go quickly to creating users. So create users, you can see that. So when you create that, you could create a student, you could create a staff, and you can create a parent. So what you need now is to create a staff. We just want to create a staff and make that staff an admin. Okay, so you hit staff. So that is it. So you have to give the staff name. So let's just think about a fictitious name like John DK. What other name should we give? Sonny, yeah, Sonny, something like that. Okay, you can give that a picture. Okay, just allow that to get to your so you can choose any picture there. Somehow I don't want to do that right now, so just go back. Get a phone number, let's say 234, and okay, just the phone number that could go. Okay, you can add a plus to that if you want to. If you don't want, you can leave a plus. Okay, give me a date of birth. Okay, this is fictitious, so we're just creating. The user can then update later. So this is going to be a staff or an admin, so or a legal admin, finance, a storekeeper, whichever name the person, whichever designation the person is holding in the very school, give it to that person. So what kind of admin? You can see that. What kind of staff are we going to make now? Admin. Okay, so let's follow admin. You can create academic staff, you can create non-academic staff, you can create ex-academic. Okay, so this portal helps you to keep record of every single person, whether resigned, whether dead. The person's record can still be pulled up anytime in the future. Okay, so here looks like subject, assigning subject, the same way we see that in creating students. But for this one now, you're assigning this subject to this very staff, so that this staff will be able to teach this subject. Now this means that if I assign a subject to this staff, for example, it means that only this staff can do things concerned about this subject, like recording assessment for this subject, and of course taking attendance for students offering this subject. Okay, so if you are not checked for any subject, you will not be able to do activities such as I've mentioned. Okay, so now let's say I choose all of this so that I can see how it's going to display at the end of the day when I've created this very staff or admin. Okay, so if there are documents like maybe certificate of education, teaching certificate that all these staff members of the school should supply to be recorded online, to be stored online, this is an avenue for you to get that done. So I don't want to do that right now. So, but it's possible for you to do that. So get a fictitious date. I'm going to type anything here. Okay, because I don't have a date in, address, sorry. I don't have any address in mind for now, so just put anything going. Choose a country and the country can go. So now this is for the residential address, and if the residential address is the same as your address of origin, the best thing to do is just to check this box. When you check this box, everything is up there populated down here. So let me just do that right away. Bingo. So we see that you don't need to stress your life typing the whole same thing all over again, except your state of origin, your address of origin and the address of residence are quite different. So take note of the optionals. So these are optionals. You can leave them for now until when it is needful. So you can see we made email optional here because some students, some staff may not be used to email. Some people are still living in some kind of remote village areas, places that are still not up to standard, but they may still want to use this portal this very solution, ICT solution we're providing. So we made email optional, except they need it. You can then always supply it while registration. So it's advisable for you to make a unique password for your school, so that after you register them, you can then tell them, okay, we've made your password to be this. You can now go ahead and update your password the same way you do in the banking area. You supply a password, they give you a password, and then ask you to go to ATM and update your password. That is usually the case. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. So now we are about to click our submit. But before we do that, let's come down here. I want to show you something. The last 3 of the admitted users will show here. Once you create this user now, the user gets a reg number. Now look at this. You can see staff. That's a unique way. If it's a student, it's going to be STD. If it's a parent, it's going to be PRT. So this is a staff STFF. Okay, so for now, remember we gave a name, something DK John, DK Sonny. Yeah. So you can see the first name. These are fictitious name. But you can see that we have not yet clicked submit. So we have not yet registered this person. So, but once we click submit now, you'll see that information, the record of that person showing here, meaning that we have successfully entered a record into our database. So let me click submit now. Submit. So it loads and tells us yes, successful. Staff admission was successful. So what does that mean? It means that if I go right down to that place I told us about, we would see that we are having John, DK, and Sonny. So that means we have registered someone. Automatically John, DK, Sonny has a reg number. So look at the reg number here. Okay, so that's beautiful. Now if you have made a mistake to create this user, you can go out, you can immediately delete the user from here, or view the profile of the user here. So I'm just going to view the profile of the user. Why am I trying to view the profile of the user? Because I want to complete the registration of this user. Now some schools may not want our user PIN, access PIN solution, but if any school is using our access PIN solution, the next thing to importantly do is to match this user's ID, that's a reg number. Okay, so we copy this into our clipboard. Now it's in our clipboard now. So the next thing we have to do is I'm going to go to our access pin generator area, click it open, because I want to know what access pins do we have. So now I'm going to, because let me use a desktop view so that we can see this a little bit in a wider view. Okay, so right away, this is what it looks like. So this means that all of these pins, you can see that this very particular pin has been used. This particular pin has been used. So you're looking at user status. All this one that has reg numbers already here have been used. These ones are inactive. So this means that we can use any of these pins, any of the corresponding pins. Are you seeing that now? You can use any of the corresponding pins. So what does that mean? It means that we can print this document immediately. So let's print this document and access the pin that we want. So go over here, print this document. As an admin, you have the right to print documents. Okay. So right now, we're here. We need to take one of these. So let's go to our document area where we have saved these pins. Okay, so that means we just go over here, go to our internal memory or documents. Fine. Okay, so right at the document area, you could see JetBrains_automation system.pdf. So let's go there and open it up. Okay, so right now we could see that this is inactive. These ones that have been occupied with reg numbers are the ones that are no longer active. Okay, so this is parent, PRT, staff, okay, staff, and of course student. So now we're going to choose any one of these inactive area, meaning that the pin is inactive. So we're going to choose any one of them. So for instance, here is inactive, so we're going to choose this pin. So that pin has been chosen now, copied. So I've copied that pin. Why am I copying this pin? All right, I'm going to show you right away, because right over here we have been able to create a user, but that user will need to log in. All right, remember that user will need to log in. That's the John Doe. Look at that, John Doe. John DK Sonny would need to log in. Okay, but without a pin, he may not be able to log in. So we're going to log out right now, and I'm going to show you something right away. So we have logged out. Let me still go to our desktop view to make our view well visible. All right, so now we're logging back. Now we're not trying to log in anyway. We are trying to give John DK a pin. This is for schools that would love to use access pin system. So we're going to register two things here. Let me mark this so you can see the pin. The pin we just collected, and I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, so that's the pin. And of course, the way your pin looks like, it depends on the school. If the school wants the pin to look in another way, in another format, we do that for them. Okay, so right now, the next thing is the email. If the user had submitted an email, you can use the email here. If the user has submitted a reg number, you can use reg number here. I mean the username here as well, and also you can use the reg number. Don't mind, the field is not too lengthy. There's also the reg number somewhere here. Okay, so if you're using a laptop or a computer, that's a wide screen, you'll be able to see all the options you could use here. So the options are email, username, and reg number. So we're going to put the user's reg number here. Get to the clipboard. The clipboard, we need to click here and come over here, find the pin. Okay, no, the reg number. Look at the reg number here. You remember this reg number? Okay, so that's beautiful. Now we register the pin. That means we are connecting the two pin. We're connecting the pin and this very reg number together. All right. So when we have done that, that's a good one. It means that you are good to go. You can put the reg number here, because if you have the reg number, oh no, sorry, that's the pin. You can put the pin here. Okay, the reg number, you have to do something about it. Go to the clipboard area. Where's the reg number? This is reg number. Good. And we remember what we made the password. The password, we said the password should be one. This is password. That's the password. Yeah. So in order for you to know that this works, I'm going to make some additions. So let's make it to be wrong. Let's make the values we're supplying to be wrong first. So you can see the 6 here. I'm going to remove one of it and then submit. Let's say go. You can say go here. You can say submit here. Let's click submit. Okay, so you're seeing the feedback. The feedback is saying username or password or pin is incorrect. So one of those things are incorrect, and that should be because of this that we did. So we're going to put the 6 back, and of course, if we made a mistake here, let's say we remove 1B, submit again. The same problem. Okay, and we'll place the 1B back. We made a mistake here, remove this 6 here, submit. The same problem. Okay, now because I'm trying to let you know that the system checks for all of this, so I'm going to put the 6 back. 6 is back right now. So now we have everything complete. Every value is correct now. So let's click submit. Submit. Okay, it's going to take some time to load. Okay, it's loading, and bingo, we are in. John DK Sonny. Now John DK Sonny has got access into the system, and he is an admin. Look at the roles. Look at the things he can do. You can do virtually everything that an admin can do, and this is exactly the way. This is just the way to create a user. Very simple, but because we have to, let you know exactly how, it took us a little bit of time. So God bless you. We are going to continue on the next session, and see you.